Cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
Hats.
Out we go.
Well, now everybody, Chideo, it's time for the next Good to Gear commentary video. That was not a British accent, and I swear to God, that's...
Not just for show.
I have a British friend, and I feel so sorry to him right now. Alright, so quick disclaimer, this is actually the second fight of this set. The original fight was sadly lost to time and stupidity, most likely. But yeah, here we go. It's me against Axel Low, and I got freaking clotheslined out of the sky. Just like that. So, Axel is mostly a pure zoning character, but I think he's got a few decent close range moves. Obviously, though, you're not. If you're face up against somebody with Axel, then you're probably doing it wrong. And that was a terrible burst, and I have taken that particular move a few too many times, it looks like. I do recall having trouble with an Axel in the beta. That experience kind of comes in handy here. Namely, for example, if you got projectile super, it really comes in handy. Most of the time. It's definitely a good idea to try to get close up to Axel and, you know, stop him. Especially with, since nearly every move seems to return you to neutral and sends you far back, you definitely don't want to be too far away from Axel. You also don't want to launch yourself into moves like that. But hey, you know, baby steps. Alright. God, that would be so broken if it actually lasted a decent amount of time. Good thing it doesn't then. I don't know why I was trying to grab there. That is one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen me do. Oh, man. Yeah, if you're new, you're probably going to get clipped by that move a lot of times. Like I do. But it won't be long until you realize, oh hey, you should probably not jump. And there goes 9 seconds worth of video because fucking share clips. Very bad anti-air on my part. Very bad projectile on my part. I should probably use another. Oh, that's not good. And I just got slapped in my face like that. Oh, dang. Yeah, I suppose that was pretty cool. Alright. And as you can see, I won the first fight, but you'll never know. So here we are to the third fight. Just getting right in there. Really doing good with my anti-airs there. As you can see, it's not... As long as you can stay up close to Axel and you have a good enough combo, then you should be mostly fine against him, I think. And looks like you can't really do too much when you're in the air against that move. Ooh! That was actually a pretty cool move. I'm sure the salt from that loss will be really good for those french fries of his. I love how Kai says, I'm falling. It reminds me of the, that one crappy Guilty Gear commercial. You know, it was pretty crappy, kind of crappy as that anti-air I tried to do. But it had some pretty crappy voice acting in it too. And I'll find a clip somewhere and I'll probably edit it in here. Oh no, I'm falling! But, on topic of that, here we are. Somehow I managed to get Axel to the wall. And he's got his super move. It doesn't work. Mine does though. Still in this, still in this. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty reckless against this asshole for the most part, but at the same time, part of me just kind of feels, hey, it's working. Until stuff like that happens. But for the most part, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, after all, I think I'm doing pretty good for a guy who's trying to outzone the zoner character. It's not smart. I don't recommend doing that. I was an idiot when I made this video. That mean this is from months ago, so would that mean let's not think about that too hard. Ujar, flip his feet. I don't know what the hell tension guarding against a rage move would do, but I don't get the cheeky setup, but hey, I get to punch him in the shin a few times. Oh, Yve.
Challenge me again whenever you like.
Kai.
You know, I feel like it's safe we say about every Ramlethal players that they start off with the same moves. That same combo, every time. Every round. They will start off with it. You know, I get it, they have the attack range of Will Chamberlain's entire body, but, you know, it's just a bit too predictable. But then again, when you can easily drive somebody into a corner like this, who needs predictability, yeah? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Not go into the corner when they push me back? I mean, that's the idea, I hope. I mean, dumb projectile ideas like that for me ain't gonna save me. Good God, this reminds me of the beta where all I did was just get stuck in the freaking corner and just get completely mollywopped.
Ramlethal wins. Duel 2.
Ow. So, what is the game plan against Ramlethal? That is a very good question. I'm not smart enough to truly answer that question at the moment, but I will say this. One is to not get stuck in the corner, which is less of a plan and more of a, hey, you should probably breathe if you want to live. But that's basically the only guideline I have. You know, because I am legitimate scrub. I can say that. I play Kai, so I'm part French now. I'm not. I'm really not. Goodness. See, I understand that in fighting games you're going to see the same move every now and then, more frequently than others. But oh my goodness. Freaking Ramlethal. It is... I swear, I see those moves. They're the same two slashes. So many times. So then again, I suppose throwing the sword in my face that throws me back to the wall also helps. That's that was kind of a fluky looking win, I'm not gonna lie.
That was a fine bout.
But yeah, Ramlethal is an odd matchup for me. I mean, depending on the opponent's skill level, I'm either going to do really well or I'm going to get crapped on, and we're just immediately going straight into the fight because, god damn it, these clips clip. See, look at that. She was so committed to the same two attacks that she just completely did not swing her swords. It's fine, man. I will say, watching this over and over again, I had plenty of anti-air opportunities. I didn't really make the most of them, I don't think. I mean, I got some pretty good ones, like that one right there. But I mean, that one's pretty good too, I suppose. But there's just other times where you know you could have done better. I don't know what she was swinging at. I hope it was worth losing a toenail. See, like that. This Ramlethal jumps quite a bit. I probably shouldn't be talking, but you know, I haven't seen someone jump so much than when you're on bronze ranks in Street Fighter. Oh my goodness, this freaking Rambo's all in the corner. I mean, it's a general rule in any fighting game. Hey, don't get your back to the wall. That's bad. But it is so hard to defend yourself against Rambothal, I think. At least when you're just kind of starting out like me. Okay, 2 slashes, what a shock. Ah. Imagine talking about predictability and repetition when you play Kai Kisk. Imagine being critical of other players when you vapor thrust every time like you're playing Ken in Street Fighter. Yeah, I should have not punished, but pressured her more back there. Because at the very least you could try to do is pressure a Rambothal. I mean, they're gonna pressure you. Just like that, see? Just slap the thighs a bit and put that pressure on. You weren't missing much of that. You were just missing the first few slaps. So yeah, as we've established, let's see, my first plan against Rambothal is currently failing. It just mega failed because I just lost most of my life. I failed the anti-air at that moment. That's great. Now, I don't know what my plan for that burst was, although I'm sure having a giant storm flood to my face wasn't exactly part of it. Do you still want to wear that? I don't want to wear a hat when it's dry. I don't know if I want to wear one when it's wet. Same slashes. I really shouldn't complain. I mean, it's spacing, it's zoning, distance control. I know Ram is kind of a zoner of sorts. I mean, after all, it's... I mean, this is kind of like the Axel match where, you know, your opponent's kind of playing keep away, and most of their moves are going to send you farther away from them than you'd like to be. But that's alright. As long as you can close the distance, normally you're good. I wish that combo would look nice. What a cool looking Fuji arc will do. However, I will say this, against Rambothal, you can still get absolutely shredded at close range. Now, if I had separate ats for my videos, I would call this the Avalanche, because all I do is just fall down. Stuck in the corner, 2 giant exploding swords, boom. That burst is basically just a last minute prayer that ultimately ends in failure. But you know what? I lost the battle, I win the war, so I'm still good. It means I'm still better than you. Anyway, I hope you have fun watching this. I'll catch you later.